I'm deeply in Yale's debt. Think hard before you cross the ocean and go to a different country. There's a lot that has to change with what we teach business schools. When I came to Yale, it was the first time I had left the United States. So to me, it was a brand new experience. It was terrifying. I was lonely, but somehow powered through it. I also learned so much at Yale, how discussions happen, how arguments are framed, and classroom discussions were rich. The professor was one of us. They were willing to push the boundaries of the thinking and the reading, and it was a whole different experience than the classrooms in India. Remember, I went to some of the best institutions, so I have nothing against MCC or IIM Cal. They were fantastic, but Yale took it to a whole new level. And so I learned so much, I grew so much, and the way the professors encourage you, support you, meet you outside classroom hours to give you some more coaching. I was a beneficiary of all of that. And so I think when I came to the country, and I say I'm a product of the world's largest and the world's oldest democracy, I'm also a product of various educational institutions in this democracy that stepped up to help me. And Yale was number one in them. And various professors who stepped up to say, there's something here in this lady. Let's see how we can give her a little bit more tailwinds so she can do even better. They coached me for interviews. They taught me how to dress. I mean, so many things that Yale did for me. I'm deeply in Yale's debt. I think the big difference now is you don't have to come to the US to study and work here. You can study and work in India and travel to the US and go back to India. So you've got this incredible mobility that's come in now. In those days, you were given $500 and that's it. Travel was limited. Now the world is your oyster. And so you can study from India in US institutions because of online learning. You can travel anytime you want. So think hard before you cross the ocean and go to a different country to study and work. Think hard about what you're giving up before you go there, and think hard about what you're going to get when you go there. So again, it's an individual choice of people, but also understand all the challenges of going to a new country and starting over. So as long as you go there with your eyes open and you're ready for all the challenges, you make your choices which country you want to be in. But India is in a different place now than it was when I was growing up, and the world is more open these days. I think so much has to change in the MBA curriculum. It's not just design. It's thinking about how different disciplines come together to solve a business issue. So a business issue is never a narrow business issue. It's a political issue, economic issue, environmental issue, legal issue. How do you bring that all together and talk about it? We have to talk about capitalism 2.0. How do you keep capitalism as a driving force in economies, but give it a twist which says, worry about the cost you pass on to society. There's a lot that has to change with what we teach business schools. And I think conversation has started. The changes are happening in the margin, but I think at some point we have to think about redesigning the curriculum. And I spoke at the Association of MBA Directors, and I shared some of my thoughts with them. I think there's an opportunity to remake the curriculum so we develop students for the future, so that we can have even more responsible citizens as we face the issues that are inevitably going to strike us, and whether cybersecurity issues or privacy issues or pandemics or outbreaks or whatever.